Yes boys, just a quick trade recap on today's trade. Let's get straight into it. So first of all, we got a sweep on this high time frame liquidity, taking out these equal highs. So dropping down onto the smaller time frame. Just before the first AM macro, we got the sweep of liquidity. And then during the macro, first AM macro, we got displacement to the downside, got a market structure shift, and we inverted this bullish fair value gap. And as soon as we closed below the bullish fair value gap and inverted it, that is where I entered. My stop loss was above this bearish order block, and then I was targeting, initially I was targeting this sell side, and then as price was displacing down towards it, I just decided to close fully at this swing low here. So more confluences as well. We got bearish SMT. So this high took out this high on Nasdaq, but if we look at the S&P, it did not. Just quickly get it up. It did not here. So 949, 953. And let's take a look at Nasdaq, 949, 953. So Nasdaq swept the high, S&P didn't, indicating S&P was weaker. So yeah, that was it for today's trade.